Sawadee Kap, welcome to Monday. It's Monday, May 22nd. I'm JP Mestanza, and this is Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. An unidentified man is now behind bars after he was arrested at the Phuket International Airport on Saturday on charges of child sex trafficking in connection with the investigation into a nationwide child sex trafficking ring that was exposed during a raid in Patong in mid-March. Phuket Immigration announced on Facebook the arrest of the unidentified man who was picked up at the airport at 7:30 a.m. on Saturday at the International Arrival Zone. While police did not provide his age, nationality, or name, they did say he was arrested on an arrest warrant that was issued 1 week after the raid at the Velvet Bar on Soi Sea Dragon just off Bangla Road in Patong, which turned up a child sex trafficking network. Back on March 15, officials from the Department of Provincial Administration, DOPA, not police, raided the Velvet Bar for offering underage girls as prostitutes to foreign customers and saw 2 people arrested and several minors taken into care. This sparked a full-scale investigation by the Deputy Commander of the Royal Thai Police, Police General Surachat Hakpan, known as Big Joke. Just 3 days later, Big Joke visited Phuket and announced that the raid on the Velvet Bar exposed a nationwide child sex trafficking network operating in other tourist areas nationwide and identified 3 key leaders of the criminal network, including the man believed to be its leader, Ronnie Peterhitch, who had left the country and currently remains at large. On March 30th, Big Joke returned to Phuket to announce the arrest of 3 foreigners for purchasing underage Thai girls for sex, while 3 other suspects wanted for the same offense fled the country. So far, the investigation revealed that other Patong bars like Model, Bangla Beach, and Strip Phuket bars were part of the child sex trafficking network, and police identified 109 other customers who had indeed paid for sex with minors. This also led to the removal of active duty of 5 senior police officers at Patong Police Station, including the Patong Police Chief, as the investigation continues. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. The captain of the speedboat that slammed into a channel marker in Chalong Bay on Wednesday and left 35 people injured, he now faces up to 3 years in prison if found guilty of negligence. All the while, immigration officials announced that they will be helping to extend the visas of those who were hurt. The speedboat, Danatip Marine 555, had 37 people on board when it collided with a channel marker in Chalong Bay on May 17th last week and injured all but 2 people aboard, who were sent to area hospitals. 6 people, including the captain, suffered severe injuries, which included broken bones. The boat captain, Satit Maschai, who reportedly broke his leg in the incident, is being charged with negligence causing injuries and severe injuries after an inspection of the vessel found no technical issues that may have caused the accident. Governor Narong Wuncheo mentioned earlier this weekend that the police are still awaiting the results of the captain's blood alcohol test. Authorities confirmed today that the speedboat driver tested positive for amphetamine/methamphetamine use, although officials could not confirm if he was under the influence of the narcotic at the time that he was driving the tour speedboat when it struck the channel marker. Still, they say they will prosecute him for drug use. Meanwhile, immigration officials visited the foreign patients on Friday and stated that the injured tourists need not worry about their permission to stay in the kingdom expiring while they recover. In a statement, Phuket Immigration wrote, "All hospitals were informed that if there is a foreign patient whose doctor advises continuing treatment beyond the patient's permission to stay in Thailand and the patient wishes to extend their permission to stay in the kingdom, the hospital should contact the Phuket office of the Immigration Bureau directly." Lieutenant Colonel Tananut has been assigned as the coordinator for this task. However, as explained in our recent opinion column published this past Friday, the accident comes less than a month after 2 speedboats had a close pass in the approach to the channel leading to the Royal Phuket Marina and the Phuket Boat Lagoon, with one of the vessels traveling at about 25 knots. No public statement was ever issued by the Phuket Marine Office about this incident, despite the same harrowing nature of the reckless driving by tour speedboat operators using the channel there, and the fact that a tour speedboat collision in that same channel killed 2 children, a 12-year-old boy and an 8-year-old girl on holiday with their families in early 2020. In addition, the Phuket Marine Office has not made any mention of the 2015 law that stated all passenger boats in Phuket carrying 24 or more passengers must have automatic identification system tracking installed and switched on when in transit. that would relay their data to the control center at Geelong Pier. The Phuket Yacht Control Center at the pier also have a clear view of the tourist speedboats flagrantly speeding across Geelong Bay, but little is done to curtail any dangerous behavior by speedboat drivers. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from a window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. And in the pleasure, see pressure just before you break a bone.
Moving over to national news now, as the Move Forward Party, along with 7 coalition party allies, potentially, are going to sign a memorandum of understanding to form a coalition government, though there are more steps until a prime minister could be named. This evening, the Move Forward Party, which won 151 party seats in last Sunday's election, they're set to sign the memorandum of understanding along with the 7 parties. The expected coalition would bring their total number to 313 MPs, still short of the 376 needed for an outright majority to name the Move Forward Party leader, Pita Limjamdonrat, as Prime Minister, as the House and military-appointed Senate need to ratify and name the new Premier. The draft memorandum of understanding between the Move Forward Party and its 7 coalition allies does not include changing the lese majeste law, which the party stated they would propose on their own, but it does cover rewriting the Constitution and also ending the monopoly on alcohol beverage production. The 8 parties would also look to pass a same-sex marriage law, which, however, would not force compliance by people who consider it to be against their religion. The parties would also push for the reform of the bureaucracy, the police, the armed forces, and the justice system, and would want to replace the mandatory military conscription with voluntary recruitment. The 8 parties would also want to have cannabis relisted as a kind of narcotic and introduce a law to regulate cannabis use. The parties would also aim to improve the education system and look to decentralize budgetary authority to local administrations. The 8 parties expected to sign the MOU include the Move Forward Party, the Pheu Thai, Prachachart, Thai Sang Thai, Seri Ruam Thai, Fair, Plung Sungkam Mai, and Pheu Thai Ramplang. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. As we gear up for the announcement of the signing of an MOU between a potential coalition government, the Election Commission is now expected to rule on whether Pita was eligible to run in the election due to his ownership of shares in the media company. Rival lawmaker Rongkrai Likit Watana of the Palang Pracharat Party, which is currently the head of the caretaker government, he said that Pita failed to declare his ownership of 42,000 shares in ITV, a registered media company, to the National Anti-Corruption Commission before he was sworn in as MP in the 2019 election. The petition also raised the question of whether the registration of Move Forward's MP candidates in all 400 constituencies could also be declared invalid if Pita, who approved their registrations, is disqualified over the ITV shareholding issue. Pita previously said he does not own the shares as he inherited them from his father. The shares were listed under his name as he was appointed the executor of his late father's estate and that he explained the matter to the poll body before he was sworn in. The law prohibits shareholders in media firms from becoming MPs. ITV ceased operations over a decade ago, but they're still a legally registered media entity in Thailand as they go through legal proceedings concerning its possible sale. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thank you so much for checking in with us here at Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We hope you have a fantastic week out there, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.